6.3, modeling data with a line of best fit. So the line of best fit, if we were to define it, would be a straight line that best approximates a trend in a scatter plot. Now, in order for us to understand what a scatter plot is, it is just the plotting of specific points. So if we want to go to our calculator here, and we're going to get to, we're going to click second and the y equals to turn our scatter plots on. So we're seeing this one right here. We're going to say scatter plot on, and in general what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using y1. Sometimes we're going to be graphing more than one graph, but in general the scatter plots that we're going to be using is they're going to be under y1 data points, that is. So I'm going to go second y equals and say turn our plot on, like that. So that when I look at my graph, I see that my scatter plots are on. If I turn them off, those points will not be here. You may be saying, whoa, how did you get those points? You go under Stat and Edit. And what I've done is I've just plotted some points in my table. This table is going to be your best friend. So understand where to find it. So the way that I found it is go Stat, Edit, Enter. So you'll notice that if you look at my scatter plots, 0, 5 will be a point. Oh, I gotta turn them back on. Enter, turn them on. Graph it. Right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 5 is a point, just like it is in our table. So basically we're going to talk about the relationships between the tables and the scatter points of the scatter plots that they make, and then the resulting lines of best fit. A regression function is a line or curve of best fit. Now we're going to talk about curves tomorrow, okay? So don't worry, today we're just going to be focusing on our line. Curve of best fit. This is developed through statistical analysis of data. Luckily, all of those calculations are embedded in the work that your calculator actually does, so we don't have to worry about analyzing all that. For the purposes of today, we're going to be using Stat, and then we're going to be clicking on Calc, and then we are going to go to linreg, ax plus b. So just to grab out your calculators, the way that we find that is click the Stat, tab over to Calc, and then number 4 is our linreg. Now you're noticing that there are a whole bunch of things. Quadratic regression, so the reg just stands for regression. Quadratic, cubic, quartic, a different form of linear regression. LNReg, that's natural logarithm regression. So all of these we're going to be working with, but today, just to get us practicing up how to do regression, we're just going to be dealing with number 4. Interpolation and extrapolation is something that we talked about in grade 9 math. Okay, interpolation is estimating a value within the set of data based on a trend. So this is between data points. Now, extrapolation is still estimating a value, but it's outside of the data. Based on the trend. So if I was given data points from this portion to this portion, interpolation would be finding points in between, and extrapolation would be finding points outside.